We believe that the better person you become, the better trader you become. If it gets to that 786 level, 227 pips to the downside. What's up? This is Ryan Carthage, co-founder of the Forex Trade Room, coming to you today. We haven't been in front of you in a while in these face-to-face conversations. And if you want to actually see more face-to-face conversations like this, let me know. But I want you guys' feedback on the types of videos that you guys like to see, right? Do you want to hear more about the trading experience? Would you be open to hearing interviews with individuals talking about mindset and personal development? Or do you just want to see straight chart markups and trade opportunities, right? Let us know what your thoughts are, what your feelings are, and what it is that you need. Our mission with this company is to help people become consistently profitable traders. And included in that are multiple things. Understanding technical analysis is one of those things. Understanding fundamental analysis is another one of those things. The other piece of that puzzle is the space in between your two ears. So we want to help people in all aspects of this game we call trading, but also this game we call life, right? We believe that the better person you become, the better trader you become. So we really put an emphasis on the mindset and personal development piece as we teach the technicals and the fundamentals of trading. So we're going to hop into some chart markups, but let us know in the comments the types of videos that you would like to see more of, and we'll ensure that we bring that to you guys going forward. All right. So the pair we're going to look at today is the CAD yen. We're going to do a multi-time frame analysis starting at the monthly, working our way down to the 15-minute time frame. We're going to look at things from a long-term swing trading opportunity perspective and from a short-term intraday perspective, so we can give you multiple opportunities potentially for trades. So let's start at the monthly time frame. Zoom in here, and what I like to do on the monthly time frame is I like to start out with just marking out my extreme highs and my extreme lows. What this does is it helps me to really just identify that at the end of the day, the market is just moving in a big range. It's just moving sideways from the top of the range to the bottom of the range, right? So then we'll zoom in and we'll drop in our support and resistance. Now, using Smart Trader has smart features that help us to be more efficient in our chart markups. And it helps us really identify those key areas. So here I use black for my monthly levels. So that's a monthly resistance. And we'll mark out the rest of them here like so. All right. So monthly resistance, monthly support, monthly support, monthly support, and monthly support. Now, these support levels, they are made up of swing highs and swing lows. Swing high is a 5-candle formation, right, with a high center point candle, and then 2 candles to the left and 2 candles to the right that are lower than that high center point, right? And a swing low is a low center point candle with 2 candles to the left and 2 candles to the right, right? So I'll circle them here. There's your swing high, center point candle, 2 candles to the left, 2 candles to the right that are lower. That's your swing high. And your swing low is here, right? You got your low center point candle. You got 2 candles to the left, to the right, 2 candles to the left that are higher than your center point low candle. Those are the areas that give you your support in your resistance zones. All right. Swing highs and swing lows. Remember that as we move through the time frames. All right. So let's go down to our weekly time frame and we'll do the same thing. So what we'll do here is we will take these levels, right, and we'll link those to our lower time frames. What that does is it sends those levels to all of our lower time frames that we have broken out here. All right. So we don't have to mark them up on each level. We'll go to that level and we'll be able to identify the weekly levels on that level, right? Already done with the monthly already there. Okay. So now on the weekly time frame, I use blue as my weekly support and resistance levels. And see here we have a swing low, 2 candles to the right, 2 candles to the left that are lower. So that is a swing low area of support. And then here we have another swing low. And we have another there. All right. So there, support on our on our weekly time frame. Now, I didn't mark this resistance level. We have our monthly level there already. So I'll leave that one as it is. Won't mark out a weekly level there. That tells us that that level is very strong, and so we don't need anything additional at that level. So what we can see though is as we zoom out and look at this from a weekly time frame perspective, in the near term, since 2020, this pair overall has been moving up in a bullish fashion, right? We're getting a retracement now. Okay, price is pulling back. So if we run a fib off of this most recent low, right, we see that, and this is our key setup, right? The Forex trade room is the home of the 80-20, and this is why, right? An 80-20 scenario, you have a shallow retracement. Shallow retracement consists of anything less than a 38.2% retracement. So here you have price pull back to the 23.6 retracement level. And then after that occurs, price then pushes into the 118, 127 zone, right? If you want, we have a video linked that breaks down this 80-20 scenario in depth, but price pushes into the 118, 127 zone. And what we've learned is a high percentage of the time that when this occurs, when this combination occurs of a shallow retracement and then price pushing into this 118, 127 zone without hitting the D extension, we get a deeper retracement, right? Price pushes deeper into the zone. Okay. So here on the weekly time frame, this 80-20 scenario is playing out beautifully. Now we'll see this in other aspects as we move through. But that's the 80-20 scenario. It's moving to the downside, came through, gave us a support, and now we're retracing again. We're pushing back to the upside. All right. So that's what we have on the weekly time frame. We'll take out these support and resistance levels, and we will link our weekly levels to our lower time frame. Send those down to the daily time frame, where we'll be able to take a look from a daily perspective and see where things are. All right. So here on the daily, we have those monthly and those weekly levels already on the chart that we sent down. And now we'll mark out our daily levels. Daily, I use red. What this allows me to do from an organizational perspective is keep things pretty clean, right? And as I'm looking through things throughout the day and throughout the week, I can pull this up on my phone and I'm able to see, okay, are we at a daily support level, weekly support level, monthly support level, and what is price doing? All right. So we got our daily levels in here. We'll make some small adjustments like so. Right. Get these right on those swing highs and then right on those swing lows. All right. So now that I have my support and resistance on my monthly, weekly, and daily, what I want to do is I want to look at our Fib sequence. What I want to do is look at our Fib sequence on the daily time frame. Okay. So we'll zoom out and you see we got support, resistance, daily, weekly, monthly, all the way through. Now we will take our smart Fib and we'll start at the most recent low and we'll come to the high. And now we see, right, looking at it from that perspective, just as we did on the weekly time frame, price pushed down and took out our A. When this occurs, right, all you do is change the direction of your Fib. Okay. So we'll change the direction of our Fib and we'll start at the high and work our way down. Right. So now as we zoom into this, this is our capital Fib, right? Our primary Fib on the chart. And we see, we talked about that 80-20 just a second ago, right? You see we have shallow retracement, less than 38.2% retracement. Price pushed down into this 118, 127 zone like this, right? Price pushed down into the 118, 127 zone. And now you see price is starting to make its way back to the upside. Okay. Just wanted to identify that for you so that you can see. So from a higher time frame perspective, we're in this 80-20 scenario. Price is trying to make its way to the upside. All right. Coming off levels of weekly and daily support, making higher lows and higher highs. Okay. So 80-20 scenario on the daily time frame, price is pushing to the upside. So if you're not in this already, don't fret. right? There's always opportunities to get into these longer term swing trades as price pulls back on a lower time frame. All right. So what we also want to note here is previously we had a level of daily resistance here, right? This was a level of daily resistance. We had a swing high here and we had a swing high here, right? Price broke out of that level of, broke above that level of daily resistance, right? Out of this zone of consolidation. When we see that, right, call a break and retest. You hear it all the time, right? We're looking for a price to break out of a zone and then come back and retest that zone, which we may get in this scenario. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these daily levels. We're going to take those down to our lower time frame, like so, right? And what this does is this taken from the daily time frame down to our 4 hour, our 1 hour, and our 15-minute time frames, right? So as we move through those charts, we're able to see these levels pretty cleanly. All right. So let's go down to the 4. We'll remove the smart support and resistance. This is a personal preference. I don't mark out support and resistance zones below the daily time frame. The reason for that is the daily, weekly, and monthly are really, really strong levels of support and resistance. They have the most data, right? Things that are lower than that, there isn't as much data, so those levels don't hold as strong as your higher time frames. So I don't go below a daily support and resistance. There are folks that do. My partner does as well. But that's just a personal preference of mine. By all means, you absolutely can mark your support and resistance levels down all the way to the 1 hour, 15-minute, 5-minute if you wanted to, right? Just understanding that sometimes those levels can get broken relatively frequently, right? When you get down, especially to your 1 hour, your 15-minute, and your 5 and 1 minute. So just keep that in mind as you're moving through. So what I want to look at now is, so we had an 80-20 on the daily time frame, right? So I want to look at from a 4-hour time frame perspective, and we're going to run our fib from the top down. Okay, that one didn't move through, so we'll move to the next high. Bang. Now on your 4-hour, what you see here is you're already in a deep retracement. When I say deep retracement, I mean anything deeper than or greater than a 61.8% retracement. And this is your 61.8% level here, which is that daily level, previous daily level that we broke through, right? So we're pushing higher in the zone on the 4-hour time frame, okay? So just something to be aware of is you're getting higher, you're getting closer to your A boundary on the fib sequence, all right? So that's what we have on the fib to the upside there. Okay. Now, the other perspective I want to look at this is if we take our fib from the low and work our way up. Okay. And what we see here, right, we call these sub fibs, smaller waves to the upside. And what we see here is we have our AB boundary. We got a 78 actually, no, this is just shy of a 78.6% retracement, which means it's a 61.8% retracement, right? If it doesn't get to the level, then it doesn't count, right? So it got to a 618, 61.8%. Now our matching D extension is here at 1618, the extension level, okay, at 100,427. So we're looking at some point price making it to this level, but the question is what happens first? Right? So we broke through this daily level. We're looking for price to at least come back and retest this daily level, potentially go a little further. Okay. So not much happening on the 4-hour time frame. So we'll pull this fib out. We have our support and resistance, and we know on the daily time frame we have an 80-20 scenario. All right. So let's go down to the 1. We'll remove these smart levels as well. All right, so here on the 1-hour time frame, we know that our bias on this, right? Let's go back to the daily. Our bias on this is bullish. Why is our bias bullish? Because we're in this 80-20 scenario. We're in this down. Price has been moving down, and we're looking for a price to retrace or pull back, right? So if price is going to pull back, our bias on this would be bullish because we want to get a high price on this, right? So our bias on this overall is bullish, right? We're in this 118, 127 zone, and we're looking for price to make a retracement ultimately back to the upside like that. All right. So on the 1 hour time frame, if our bias is bullish, we want to start our fib from the bottom. We want a fib is running in the direction of our bias, right? So we start at the low and we work our way up. So we'll start here and there we go. So now smart fib is expanded all the way out. Now we're looking at the active fib on the 1 hour time frame. And lo and behold, what do we have? 80-20 scenario. We got a shallow retracement, 236. Price pushed into the 118, 127 zone. Now we're getting a little bit of consolidation as price is trying to make lower highs and lower lows. All right. So here is a trade opportunity for us. We've got an 80-20 scenario here, looking for price to make a retracement. Okay. Now we're looking for price to move to the downside like this. Right. We'll want to watch this daily level to ensure that we're able to break below that level. But we're looking for price to move in this fashion, right? Making lower highs and lower lows to the downside. Okay, so this is the trade opportunity here on the 1 hour time frame. This week coming up, look for this pair to move to the downside. We love for it to get at least to that 38.2% retracement level, which is 110 pips to the downside, right? Could push deeper to the 618 at 178 pips to the downside. So on this CAD yen, right, we're looking at this 80-20 scenario and an opportunity to trade this retracement opportunity to the downside, right, in the short term. Okay. Now, the second opportunity in this, right, when price gets into, we'll talk about sweet spots a little bit later in another video, but when price gets into our sweet spot, 618, 786, 86 retracement zones, right, we'll look for a reversal. We'll look for price to get long and continue moving in the direction of the trend, right? Because on the higher time frames we talked about, right, that daily time frame, we're looking at this retracement and price moving to the upside overall, right? So in order for price to move up, we need a low price to buy, right? Buy low, sell high, right? So we want price to pull back and come into our sweet spot to give us that low price opportunity to then buy to our levels on the daily time frame. So this is the trade opportunity in the short term, right? Looking for the retracement down to at least our 618, at least our 382, potentially to the 618 and even deeper, right? If it gets to that 786 level, 227 pips to the downside. And then once price gets there, we'll look for an opportunity to then buy to our higher levels, right? 300, 400, 500 pips to the upside. Okay, so on the CAD yen, this is the opportunity. This is the opportunity, 80-20 scenario to the downside in the short term. Then we'll look at a buying opportunity to the upside. All right, so that's the CAD yen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave comments down below. Let me know, A, if you're going to take the setup. B, what other videos you guys want to see. What areas do you need assistance with in this trading space? How can we help at the Forex Trade Room, right? Also, we have a membership subscription for our training, which also includes our live sessions that we host Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of every week, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Additionally, we also have for our Inner Circle members, we have a Mindset Monday session that we host every Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. to get your week started off in the right way. And then we have a Saturday session that we host every Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we prepare for the upcoming week, right? We go through every pair to look at where it is in the market, what's happening fundamentally, what's happening technically. Are there any opportunities to prepare for the upcoming week so that when that week happens, we're allowing the trades to come to us, right? You have a structured process that you can follow consistently to become a consistently profitable trader. So let me know in the comments what you're looking for. Have an awesome day. Peace.